everybody, it's the Abstractionist. So this is a video on herbalism. Essentially, I did a video before about herbalism and ways to explore herbalism through kind of just looking at your everyday items and stuff like that. So this series that I'm doing now after that video is just basically, about the products that I've used over the last year or two, and which ones I like and which ones I don't, and kind of picking a few things off the ingredients list. I'll show you the ingredients list. I'll just hold it up for you because I'm just not technically minded to edit a picture on the sign and stuff like that. I need to work on that actually. You would think, being as old as I am, that I'm a millennial, so we're kind of that generation that really is tech-ish, kind of more fully integrated. Well, kind of. I guess Gen Z would be there. I'm technically a Zillennial. I'm at the end really of millennial. I'll be 30 next year, but I'm at the tail end. I'm 93. It ends in 95, 96. So I'm at the tail end of millennial, but just not a good tech person. Anyway. So I'm going to continue with the herbalism series. So one of the videos I've already done, I don't know if it's going to come up before this because this one might be shorter, so this one might go first, was body care. It's just washes, shower gels, lotions, whatever. I'm going to pick back up with a little bit of that because I forgot. So yeah. So I bought, and just to preface all of this, most of these things are a lot more not necessarily fully eco, but they're more considered eco, green, vegetarian, vegan type, right? So they're not suave or anything like that. They probably are under their parent company or some shit, but yeah, essentially that's where it is. So most of them have some sort of green element to it. So getting in back with the body care, I like body care. I will do a wrap up of all of the things that I decided to study at the end, so of the whole entire thing. So we have the Necessaire body wash, and this is the packaging because I don't have the bottle. I think the bottle is either in the shower still, which is gross because it's been there forever. Or just gone. But yeah, this is the packaging it comes in. I'm also starting to notice the packaging, if it's recyclable or not, and blah blah blah. So essentially the ingredients from this, one of the few things I'm interested in is eucalyptus, and I'll do a whole section on essential oils after this. I think this will be kind of the grab all kind of section before I get more specifically into face and skincare. Face and hair care. There we go. So eucalyptus. So that's the scent. And I don't remember what eucalyptus really smells like. It's not a tea tree. It's not as pungent. It's there. But it's in here. It's not that high on the ingredients list. If you were to see it, it's down here somewhere. You can see it. So it's so interesting that the main scent is eucalyptus, but it's not even that high. Orange extract, lemon extract, Camellia sinensis leaf extract. Is that castor oil leaf extract? I don't know. I'm not a Latin person. I never studied it. I don't know. So yeah, the main thing in here would be the orange, the lemon, and definitely the eucalyptus. They have meadowphone seed. That's not really pulling at me. Yeah, just really the eucalyptus. But I did enjoy this, so I would purchase it again. You can get it at Sephora if you're interested, or on their website. They have a bunch of other stuff too. They have body stuff too, so I think. Next, the Alba Botanica Very Emollient Body Lotion. I don't even remember this, to be honest, so it wasn't that great. This is the ingredients. If you want to pause it at any point to see. Yeah. Burt's Bees. I enjoy Burt's Bees. I particularly enjoyed this peppermint foot lotion. This is the ingredients. Hopefully you can see it. There we go. If you know me, like really know me, you know that this is one of my favorite ingredients, peppermint essential oil. I love peppermint essential oil. Like it smells so great. Like, you know, they smell so great, and it smells so like just like the menthol. Now, the thing with me, I don't like mint flavored things as far as like food goes. Like I don't want mint flavored like drinks, I don't want mint flavored like food, I don't want mint really in my stuff. Like I put it in tea, but as far as like mint flavored ice cream or like peppermint patties or just like mint stuff, I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in gum with mint. I'm just not interested in that. It's something about orally on my tongue, and spearmint especially I don't like. But there's something about it when you use it on your body, when you use it in your hair, it just is wonderful. And I really enjoyed this by Burt's Bees. So I would definitely explore the peppermint aspect of this. And that's about it. Rosemary is on here, but I have a special place in my heart for rosemary as well. But yeah. So this is up there. I would repurchase this. Urban Eden whipped body butter, lemongrass and patchouli. That's the scent. It came in like this. You opened it and you would like just scoop it in there. I enjoyed this. I like patchouli. I'm learning to like patchouli, those like musky, earthy kind of scents a lot more. And that's another thing I need to learn is how to describe scents, because I know that the limited vocabulary that I have isn't doing this justice. So that's one. And besides learning about the herbs, being able to describe them as far as you can, as far as you can describe them. And lemongrass. These are the two, adding those. So two adding to the list of what I want to study, patchouli and lemongrass. Everything else on here, like shea butter, I'm not. Cocoa oil, cocoa butter, maybe. Sunflower oil, I already spoke about that. And then essential oils. So there's that. Now we'll get into oral care, because that is another really important one, because I feel like oral care uses a lot of essential oils depending on which brand you use. So my all-time favorite mouthwash is this. Aromair Ayurvedic mouthwash with neem and pilu. I just like it. Like I like it a lot. Like it took some time to get used to, because I'm so used to like fucking Listerine, you know what I'm saying? Like we buy Listerine and stuff like that, or the the name brands that are at the store that you can kind of commonly go and get, but it's usually like Listerine or Crest. Which they serve their purposes. Like when I get sick, I wouldn't use this. I feel like I just need to knock the virus out of me. So I will use like Listerine, but like for my everyday, like I just want to use like mouthwash. I like this. This is kind of non-alcoholic as well. So I really like that. So yeah, I enjoy this. There's a bunch of stuff on here that I would like. So for one, the xylitol from the birch bark, obviously the peppermint, clove, licorice, yeah, like those, mainly the barks and the oils and stuff like that. So the menthols, the xylitol, the peppermint, the neem, that's another one that's on here. and this peeler, I wouldn't mind learning about it, but definitely neem, because I know people use neem generally for hair, but nobody really uses it in mouthwashes, and I find that it's interesting that Ayurvedic mouthwash would have all of these things in, you know? I don't know, I just really like it. It's my all-time favorite, like, mouthwash, like, ever. Other ones that were interesting or that I liked, well, used, not necessarily always liked, but the Schmidt's Wonder Mint, and I can deal with mint in a mouthwash. Basically, oh, did I show you this? So you can like see it, right? I'll show you the back of this. I don't really have too many memories of this. I think it just looked a little milkier than like any mouthwash I've ever had, and I was okay with it. It wasn't what I wanted, because I really wanted the Aramere or whatever. But yeah. This one is Jason. And then peppermint. And really, I'm just interested in peppermint. And now that I'm looking at it, I've seen sea salt in here, so I'm kind of going to explore sea salt and why it's in these things, because it's kind of strange that it would be in here, right? I think so, anyway. Toothpaste, Himalaya Botanique Whitening Complete Toothpaste. There's that. It just comes in the packaging. And there's nothing on here that I'm particularly drawn to. They have neem in here. Amla, okay, amla. I'll explore that, because I was getting into Ayurveda. I know a lot of like people do Ayurveda for like hair, but there, you know, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing of learning about diet and exercise and when to be active and when to rest, and oral care and hair care and body care, and just like a whole spiritual alignment. Will that get incorporated into my herbalism studies at some point? Probably, but not at the moment. I could see it in the future though, in the next like 3 to 5 years. Would I be a practitioner of it? Probably not. But yeah. So, they have stevia extract in here. That's really interesting. They have pineapple, like extract, like an extract, pomegranate, but those aren't jumping out at me. Maybe the pineapple, because I just started eating pineapples within like the last 3 years. Like, I didn't eat pineapple before the pandemic. Like, I didn't like pineapple flavor or anything. And then I finally had it, and then like I was in love. I was like, oh my god, like this tastes so good. Like, anytime I had pineapple, it just seemed like it was like nasty. And then when I actually got like an actual pineapple from the store and cut it up and like ate it, oh my god, it's one of my favorite fruits ever. Like, fruits? Yeah, right? Like, ever. And so I guess mango should be something that I try next, but I don't know, man. Maybe a grilled mango or something like that. I don't know. Plant life and floral life and fauna life and like that world is very interesting to me, especially through food. And that's another way to explore it. And we'll probably like go deeper into that later at some other point. But yeah, this is the ingredients list. Hopefully you can see it. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there we go. And then we have the natural prebiotic fluoride toothpaste by Tom's. We have spearmint. I'm less a fan of spearmint than I am of peppermint. I don't know. I feel like peppermint is way easier to go over. There's nothing in here that really draws me, so there's that. And then David's Whitening Anti-Plaque Fresh Breath. This is natural toothpaste and peppermint, and I was drawn to it because of the peppermint. Anything else? I can't really show you. The ingredients. They have anise seed extract, so I might enjoy looking into that. They have wintergreen. Again, like, those aren't ones that I'm really interested in. So yeah. And I think that's all. There's like one more thing, and I feel like there it is. I was like, I know I'm like looking, I know I'm overlooking something. I like couldn't help but notice I was overlooking something. Okay, last but not least for oral care is going to be the Dr. Bronner's Peppermint All-in-One Toothpaste. Now, most people I know have used Dr. Bronner's or at least seen it. It's the bottles that have this kind of thing to it. If you read it really carefully, there's just a lot of stuff on there that you're just like, what is this? Like, is this a cult? I like every time I read all of this stuff, like I just feel like it's a conspiracy theory, like the science, the sci-fi history channel, like all on this box. And it's like so weird because it's like scripture, but then it's like esoteric. I was like, what's going on this? But I do like Dr. Bronner's like for body care, as far as like body wash, like face wash. I can't use it, it's too harsh, because it is like more, it's really leaning on the alkaline side, and my skin over time can't take that. It's on the body, but it especially can't take it on the face. So yeah, but this is the toothpaste. I wasn't too sold on the toothpaste. I think I just will stick to their more body care. Yeah, so it doesn't really have anything that jumps out at me, like the peppermint oil, like menthol, stuff like that. Yeah, it's like basic standard ingredients I guess you would find. So yeah, wouldn't really repurchase it. I think that is it for oral care, and let's quickly go to this, because I don't think I'm gonna record anymore unless I do it downstairs at night. But yeah, let's get into like essential oils. So if you know me, you know I like essential oils. When I was in college, because you guys don't know me from then, I actually had like a whole like YouTube when I was like going into college, and then like sophomore year, and then I just stopped, and then I got logged out the account and I couldn't get back in. So had I like kept with that, I would have just made that my YouTube channel. It would be very interesting to see what I'd be talking about then. But it was around the time that YouTube was like kind of, I don't know, like kicking off, I guess, for the millennial, because Gen Z wasn't really like around like that. Like they were just like becoming like teenagers or whatever, and we were already adults. So it was kind of like they were like tween stage. I don't know, looking back on life is like really interesting. But anyway, back then I used to do a whole lot of stuff in college. I used to whip shea butter and I put essential oils in it, and then I would put like coconut oil. Like I was very like experimental, I guess, back then in college. I remember just buttloads of peppermint. And then as I've gotten older, I've explored other essential oils. Some of them are fucking expensive. And depending on what kind of quality you're gonna want, it's just an investment that you either want to make or you don't. Like, I would say stick to like the basic ones with essential oils, because there's no point in going out and splurging on a bunch of stuff, especially if your needs for essential oils are very like basic. Like you're not formulating perfumes, you're not formulating body care products, you're not formulating hair care products. And even then, if you just want a very limited kind of like palette, so to speak, you can definitely do that, because there's some very common ones, and there's some ones where you're gonna have to spend the money because like it literally is hard to find, or they only do it seasonally or whatever. So all of that, this video was just as long as the last video. So funny. Far less sections. Essential oils. So finding a good brand is really important. I haven't found an excellent brand where I'm like, oh my god, no fucking way, like this is the best brand ever. But here's some of the brands. Oracalcia, you can see them, right? Oracalcia, I'll just go through these. Art Naturals. I'm just gonna go through the brand real quick. And then what's the other brand? Tisserand. Therapy. Now, I will say with the last ones that I showed you, I never got to use them. They went bad before I did. That's another thing with essential oils. They do go off, meaning they go rancid, they go bad and stuff like that. And you do have to like use them with a certain amount of time. Just like most oils, you can't keep them for like 90 years without them going bad unless you like really preserve them well, I guess. But yeah, they went bad before I really could use them. I was just procrastinating, to be honest. But yeah, my favorite essential oils, for one, hands down peppermint, and hands down, is there one of you? Rosemary. These two, oh my god, they're like the bee's knees. They're like my favorite essential oils. And they're the ones I've used like pretty much the longest. I love rosemary for hair. I just like that hit of like spice, and like it's really nice. And then peppermint is just like, yeah, it's cooling and stuff like that. But rosemary, I love it for hair care. Peppermint, I like it for body care. But yeah, I love these two. These are my favorites, so I will definitely be repurchasing. I actually got this peppermint oil, essential oil, from the beauty supply store, and I smelled it and it smells so horrible. I was like, this is just smelling so contaminated. It smells so nasty. And that's what I mean by there's levels to essential oils, right? There's some people and companies who get like the bare minimum kind of like essential oil, and there's some that through the practices that they have really high quality like pure oil. And I really don't like them. I know these are probably like not like the highest, you know, but they're a step up from what I like just recently purchased. I refuse to use that on my body. I refuse to use that. It's just gross. Other essential oils, of course, tea tree. Some people talked about using it on your skin, but I don't really like it on my skin, so I don't use anything with tea tree oil really, as far as like skincare for your face. Body care either, like it's not one that draws to me a lot. I will be interested in exploring it and learning about it, but as far as like it going into my personal cabinet, I don't think in the future I'll be using it. Lavender is a great one. I do like this for sleep. I do like this for bath. I do like this at nighttime. I would be weary of using it during the day because it does produce like kind of a sleepiness effect, drowsiness. I know if people have trouble sleeping, sometimes they use lavender, and lavender tends to be in a lot of bath time, nighttime, spa quality, relaxation formulas and blends with regards to like cosmetics and products and stuff like that. So I would say essential oil for lavender is another one. Let's go to this eucalyptus. I'm getting more into this. I've tried it. It's not that I'm not sold, but it's just because I love peppermint and rosemary so much. I really haven't studied eucalyptus. It's like up there as far as like common essential oils that people know about, but it's not, I feel like, as common as like lavender, rosemary, peppermint. But I would like to study it in the future. And then last but not least, as far as essential oils, as far as I can see, is frankincense oil. Now this goes into more like esoterica, because I know that a lot of people use frankincense oil for like spiritual purposes, not necessarily just the essential oil, but like the resin. I know that people like resin a lot for with frankincense, and they use it in their ritual practice and things like that. It has like a long history of being used in Christianity or just in spiritualism and mysticism, mystic practices, things like that for thousands of years, hundreds of years. And it's just like one of those that is really well known in that regard, in that sphere. And so I really enjoyed it when I did have it. I'm very heavy-handed with my essential oils. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. I might do a little mini section of scents when it comes to like incense and stuff like that, but this is all that I have for you for this section. This was oral care, a little bit of the body care, trying to get that up, essential oils, and yeah. So that's all I have for this section. I hope you enjoyed it. The next section, one of the next videos would be skincare, like face care, and then like we'll wrap it up with like hair care. So essentially that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.